What is up, guys? This is the ZeusTuber, and today I am back with another Walking Dead video. This one has to do with the loads of new footage that have been released over the past 48 hours. Now, we have gotten 3 new promos. One, which is mostly old footage with some new footage thrown in the final minute or so, and it has a lot of cast interviews with it discussing the first half of Season 7 as well as what to expect from Season 7B, and it's pretty interesting. I recommend checking it out. It is on AMC's website for Walking Dead, and then they've released another promo on Facebook, which is about 16 seconds long, and then on their website, again, there is the same promo, but it is 30 seconds long with some more scenes thrown in. I've only heard of the first 2 being talked about, and the new footage is utterly fantastic. It's mostly from episodes 9 and 10 with a little bit of 11 and 12 thrown in. So we'll get into that in these videos. This is probably going to be a 3-part series just to keep these short and sweet while still breaking them down. So I'm going to try to get this done in maybe like 15-minute segments, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get into this first promo I want to talk about here, which has mostly new footage. Now, this first shot here is of Rick Grimes. I believe this is from the highway scene, which we don't know what it's going to entail just yet, but there is several shots from this scene throughout all the promos. This is the scene basically where it looks like there's a herd on the highway. Rick's seen driving a car, and a couple of cool scenes. Like, looks like they're surrounded. We see Carl getting into a car as well. There's some pretty cool stuff. So this is probably going to be like the really cool action-packed scene from episode 709. As we continue here, we get a shot of Carol. We don't know what episode this is from, but she's outside of her house that she's been staying in by herself. We get this quick shot here of Tara hugging Morgan. We see Sasha, Rosita, and Rick in the background. So this is when they arrive at the kingdom and Morgan is there. So another happy reunion, which is going to be fun to see already. We get this quick little shot here of Carl, Enid, and Michonne outside of the hilltop. Carl's looking at her like, ooh, I got the hots for you. You're so cool. You know, just some basic teenage love type stuff. Pretty cool stuff there. As we continue, we get another shot of Rick and Michonne kissing. Very cool stuff there. I'm not sure what episode this is from, but it's pretty normal for us viewers these days. But, you know, a season or 2 ago, that would have been very weird to see. But it's very cool now. And that next shot here, we get a cool, quick little shot here of Rosita bending over something with Tara looking on. And now in the top left-hand corner of this image, we have TNT on a rope. So this is from AMC released like 14 different teaser images like last month that weren't actual stills from the episodes. They were more just like promotional images that featured little objects or locations we'd see in the upcoming episodes. And there was TNT on a rope in those pictures. So that is from this here, which is pretty cool. So they're going to use some explosives probably on some walkers, or they're going to keep them for Negan's group. We'll have to wait and see. Next is Michonne raising her katana. It's bloody. She's raising it probably at a presumed threat. We don't know who it is. Judging by the background, it looks like they're arriving at the kingdom, but I could be wrong about that. We'll have to wait and see. They might be like ambushed by some of the kingdom guards because the kingdom doesn't know who these people are yet, but I'm sure they'll work things out pretty quickly. We get a slow motion shot here of our gang leaving the hilltop. This is probably after they deal with Gregory, who's probably going to turn them down when Rick's like, we're going to war, and Greg is like, nah, fam, I'm not doing it. It's probably after that, right before we get the teaser that we got from Talking Dead, where Rick and the gang are walking down the hilltops road there, and Jesus is like, hey, I got to introduce you guys to King Ezekiel. It's probably right before that. We got a shot here of Rick once again. I don't know who he's talking to, but looks like he's in the back of a truck or a house. There's like boxes and things like that. But he says, it's not about us anymore. Nothing else to really take from this shot. I don't know who he's talking to. Maybe it's Carl, maybe it's Michonne. One of the two, most likely. And then this is a shot here of, I believe, Rosita based on the gloves. And she appears to be assembling some sort of rifle. That might be the kingdom in the background. Or the hilltop, one of the two, but pretty cool stuff nonetheless. Daryl is going to get a new crossbow, guys. They are showing us that in the teaser, in the promo, which is pretty awesome because it's about time that Daryl has had a crossbow. Daryl has not been in possession of his crossbow since episode... he lost it in the 6th episode of season 6. Then he gets it back in episode 14 and then loses it again in 15. So that sucks. But finally gets one back. Looks like it's a new crossbow, different from the ones he's already had. Looks a little bit like his old one from like the first 3 seasons, but still cool nonetheless that he's getting it back. And then as the kingdom behind him, shot here of Maggie. I don't know who she's with at the moment, but definitely it's probably at the hilltop. We get a shot here of Michonne and Rick like breaching this room. Michonne has a silenced pistol with her. They both have undergone an outfit change. It looks like Rick's shirt from the beginning of season 6. I don't know. It's probably, I believe this is episode 12, because from what I've heard, we're gonna get basically episode 9 is pretty much all the main characters except for Eugene, because he's at the sanctuary. Episode 10 is basically all the main characters again for the most part, with give or take a couple. But I know Rick and Michonne and everyone, most people are going to be in it again. And then episode 11 is, I believe, a Eugene, Dwight, Negan episode at the sanctuary. But some cool stuff's going to happen with that one, so I would not write that one off just yet, because I know a lot of people don't like bottle episodes. And then from what I've heard, episode 12 is a primarily Rick and Michonne episode. I don't believe it's entirely them, but primarily those two, which would be cool nonetheless, because this is probably from that episode, and it's going to be cool to see these two in action together with weapons once again. The shot here of Sasha looks like this is at the hilltop based on like the building behind her. I think that's one of those like those storage containers they've been living, or those like mobile homes they've been living in. We got a shot here of Carol raising her gun at somebody. Probably Ben, which is the young kid that Morgan was training with the staff from the kingdom, based on just other scenes from the other promos where we see Ben in the woods by himself. So I'm betting she's out there. For some reason, he's out there and she spies him and he's like, whoa, hey, Carol. She's like, what are you doing out here? Something around those lines. We'll have to wait and see. We got Eugene here in the sanctuary. It looks like they gave him a pretty nice room that he's in here, unless like this is an office that he has, or this is his living quarters. I don't know, but like he looks like he's not in a cell like Daryl was, which is interesting. But he has food. It sounds like from the sound bite on the trailer. It sounds like he's having like celery of some sort. Maybe, I don't know. It looks like maybe celery, which is cool. And then this is an interesting shot. We get Eugene out here with some balloons and stuff, and he's with Negan's wives, and he looks like he's blowing up these balloons with fire, which I don't know what he's doing, except it looks like he's trying to impress Negan's wives by blowing up the balloons. Based on their reactions, they're like laughing and giggling in the background. So that's pretty interesting nonetheless. That Negan has him doing some type of like entertainment while he's there, and I mean it's pretty natural, because Negan probably saw the potential in Eugene for all of his funny comments that he makes in general. We get the members of the kingdom, including Ezekiel, here outside of Carol's house. Probably trying to go and talk to her for some reason, and she's telling him to go away. And that's usually what Carol does at this point. And then we get this really awesome hero shot of Morgan, Michonne, Rick, and Richard walking at the kingdom. Pretty cool stuff right there. We get another shot here of Rick with the spiked walker at the junkyard set. That thing is absolutely incredible looking. Looks like something out of Mad Max. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that, but obviously Rick's going to survive. This might be him attacking it right here based off of what looks to be some junk in the background there. I'm not entirely sure, but pretty cool stuff. And then the last shot of this particular promo is Michonne and Rick smiling. First time I've seen them smile in the entirety of Season 7. Because they've just been so beaten down by Negan. So that should be a pretty heartwarming scene too. So this has been the Zeus Trooper, guys. This was my breakdown of the first promo that we got. There are 2 more promos with some of the same footage you saw in this, but also some new footage thrown in. And I'll be back at you guys later with those. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and have yourselves a wonderful day.
You are